So this is going to be the review of my March Ipsy products. I know this is super late. Life for me has just kind of gone out of control. I'm getting ready to start a new job where I am going to be managing my own department. And it's kind of freaking me out, and I have just been so busy getting ready for that I really just haven't had time to do this. But I'm going to be reviewing all of the products I got in my March Ipsy bag, so if you want to see my thoughts on them, please keep on watching. So the first product is this Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie lipstick in the shade Get Ready. These are supposed to be kind of plumping, so they have that tingly, minty feeling, which I don't get off of this lipstick at all. I did a little bit when I first put it on, but right now it's not really tingly at all. I've had it on for a little bit. I just reapplied it for the video, but it is, the best way to describe this for me is a natural pink that is like my lips but better. On me it just looks like I have thrown on a slightly tinted gloss, and it's just a very natural pink. There's nothing crazy about it. It's a great everyday color, but like I said, that plumping factor is not there like it is in the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie lip glosses. I feel like this one has much more of that tingly, minty kind of, oh my gosh, I feel like my lips might actually be getting bigger feeling. But I do like both of these products. This was just, this was not in the bag. It was just the lipstick. But I do like this. They're very comfortable to wear, very creamy. I really haven't paid attention to how long this one particularly stays on, because it's pretty close to the same color as my natural lip shade. But like I said, very creamy and very comfortable to wear, and if you don't like that really tingly feeling, this, for me, doesn't have that. So, me and the last three products in the bag, which are the other three products in the bag, since there were only 4 this month, we just didn't hit it off. And first is the Pixie Flawless Beauty Primer. Now, this is slightly tinted. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a, my flesh tone tint. And then you just kind of blend it out, and it is a little bit shiny. So it is a very nice, illuminator, very natural, nothing crazy. And it does add a little bit of a healthy glow to the skin underneath foundation or on top of your foundation. However, I would not use this alone as a primer ever again. I wore this the other day with my MAC Mineralized foundation, which I have been using this for the last month or so now, maybe 2 months, and I've never had it break up on me once. I wear it for 10 hours and it still looks pretty decent by the end of the day. It's not broken up, nothing. I have fairly dry skin, so I very rarely have a foundation break up on me and just look splotchy and horrible after a few hours of wear. But when I wore this as my primer, my foundation through my T-zone and through here and around my mouth just broke up so bad that it was just atrocious, and I didn't realize how bad I looked until I got home, because I had been out grocery shopping, just running errands all day, and I got home and my face just looked like a hot mess. It was greasy. Like I said, my foundation was breaking up really bad, and I was like, oh, I am a hot mess. So this is a fail as a primer, but it's great as an under foundation illuminizer. That's what I've been using it for. I've just been putting it on top of my cheekbones and a little bit through the center of my face when I use it, just to kind of give a little bit of a lit from within kind of glow. But this Pixie primer just does not cut it for me. So the next product was the Cella Indigo Blue Liner. That is the color of it there. I've been messing with it, just making sure that what I remember is correct. Now, you get this very long felt tip pen, and my issue with this is that the product stops about halfway. This is me pressing on my hand with the end of the pen. Like, I have to apply a serious amount of pressure to get product off the end of this pen. Like, I have to almost bend the felt tip like in half to get any product off of it. What the issue is, I think, is the product only stays about halfway through the tip, and it doesn't get out to this very thin end. So, like, my hopes of having a very thin line on the inner corner and a very, like, precise wing on the outer edge with this tip were dashed. This also picks up eyeshadow like no other, and it dries it out really bad. And I have these other 3 felt tip liners from all different price ranges. This is from Mirabella. This is the Jordana Fabuliner. And this is the Be a Bombshell Cosmetics one. I don't ever have a problem with these 3 in particular drying out on me when I'm dragging it over eyeshadow. This one I had to keep closing it and stopping and coming back, or like I ended up just having to put an eyeshadow over top of it because it was so splotchy and just not really getting opaque in some areas, and it was really disappointing because the color is so pretty, and it was kind of upsetting actually, because I had such high hopes for this eyeliner. I don't know if it's just mine that aren't working, or I don't know. If you guys got these and had the same problem with them, let me know. Or let me know how you figured out how to work it, because I'm still probably going to use it, but I can't get as thin of a line as I would like, and I don't really want to have to put eyeshadow over it because that takes away from the really pretty color that it is. Yes, I'm losing my light. I have one more product to talk about, so please bear with me. Lastly is this little eyeshadow trio from NYX. It is the Love and Rio Voodoo Love Spells palette. You get these 3 very basic shades. These 2 are matte. This highlight one is a satin finish. So no glitter, but it is shiny. I do like this palette basically for this shade because it is picking up a kind of white champagne on camera, but in person it has a slight gray cast to it, which makes it kind of a taupey shade, which is different for me in my stuff. But that's why I like it. Other than that, I feel like when I compare this to NYX's single eyeshadows, I'm not as impressed. Their single eyeshadows are crazy pigmented, and you kind of actually need to be careful with them because they're so pigmented. These, like, the pigmentation on these I just feel is off. Even the NYX matte shadows I have owned in the past have been much more pigmented than these 2. They're kind of soft, and the same for this satin finish one. They're kind of soft, and I feel like they're lacking a little bit of pigmentation, but that can be fixed and worked with. The thing that I really am bugged by with this little palette is that I feel like these are kind of difficult to blend. I used them today with different eyeshadows just to see how they blended with other shadows, and I feel like they did okay, but I still feel like I have a little bit of a harsh line that I didn't really want to have, even though I blended like crazy with several different brushes to get this line as soft as it is. I know it looks super blended and super soft on camera, but in person there's kind of a harsh line there when I close my eyes, and I'm all about super blended looks when I wear makeup like this. Part of this is me being nitpicky. I'm well aware of that. But I just feel like the single eyeshadows are worth the money, and this is probably not for me. They are very creamy, they're soft, but I think the fact that they're so creamy and not quite as powdery as the single eyeshadows makes them kind of hard to blend, in my opinion. And just in case you wanted to know, this is what the bag looked like for this month. of March. Really cool design. I'm not quite digging the fabric, but the design of the bag is quite cool. So that does it. I hope you guys enjoyed that, found it helpful in some kind of way. This is really just me ranting about things that I just didn't like in this bag this month. Let me know if you guys got some of the same products and why you liked them, excuse me, or didn't like them. You know, same thing I was just doing. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.